Okay, so instead of doing I'm gonna say temp, I'm going to attempt to fly my gas out to the origin point, go into the nether, and set up an end chest where then I can go ahead and farm that and then fast. So we're going to experiment with this. Now, one of the things I'm sure everybody's aware of, just in case if you're not, if you're ever going to try something that you think might result in some catastrophic failure, make a copy of your world. That is just a save often and frequently is something that I basically grew up with through all of my computer classes way back in the 80s, all the way on up until the time I was working for uh, a tech company as a subcontractor in the 2000s. So, yeah, save often and frequently. And also make models. Models are fun. That's what I do when I make a creative copy of my world. It's a model of the actual world wherein I can speed up the processes to see what I want to do is actually going to flesh out the way I want it to be. So basically, we're going to go ahead and we're going to do Pineberg Temp. And I've already uh, raised a ghast. So we're going to see more or less how long it takes by ghast, because it might be faster by foot and boat. Oh, I have to make a boat. Anyway, if it's successful and I don't feel like I'm completely wasting my time and being bored to shit, then I'll keep the temporary world and relegate the original world to being the experimental. That's the way that works. Because of visual lighting, in spite of the fact that I turned off fancy graphics, we are still logging away. I'm going to make a raft. Hope you guys don't mind. There we go. I don't think I need anything else, do I? I can farm trees and shit there, and I have food, and I already have a bed up there anyway. So we're going to connect on that, and then we're going to come out here. Uh, and I don't think there's a way to remove the harness from the ghast. Come on, baby, come on down here. There we go. Are we doing it? We are. Are you still connected? Probably still connected. Okay, here we go. Whoa. Dude, what the heck? Thank you. There we go. Wow. Woohoo. So we're going to follow the compass here that leads back to Origin slash Blaze Farm. And we're still in survival. I'm trying to learn the controls on this thing. I don't think she moves any faster than sprinting speed for me. And we do have a level 4 map here, just so I can get a larger overview of the area. But this is gonna be a while. Now, in actual flying, if I remember correctly, the higher you go, the more miles you can cover at your speed. Because of well, it assumes the world is round here, but I don't know that Minecraft is actually round. You do see a curvature of the area, but I don't think that it really makes too strong of a difference how far up I'll go as to how far I'm traveling on the map. Because as you can see, I'm not going that fast. So this might be an actual. Yeah, I'm not sure about this. I think I might actually just want to run. Wow, this idling for sure. So it looks like the the right stick, I'm on a PlayStation 5, will change my my Y coordinate. I don't think I can. I can't gain altitude. Can I gain altitude just with the X button? Yes. And if I do this, I disengage from the ghast itself. Oh, what the heck is going on? Okay, there we go. Yeah, I know. Weird, huh? So there's no way to get her to go. That's actually pretty quick. Yeah, that's about a. I think that is like strolling speed. Honestly, probably time it with my phone, but I don't think I'm gonna worry about that. Of course, happy guests don't fire fireballs. Um, I think that'd be kind of hilarious, like in a PvP kind of way. Oh yeah, the gas is even slower than. Wait, where did it go? Excuse me? Okay. So she'll just stay there the whole time. Uh, well, this is why I make a copy of the world. So, yeah. Uh, temporary delete. All right. Feinberg, make a copy. I mean, when you're playing single player, this is the more sensible move to make because you don't want to take chances on a world that you've been building in yourself all by yourself. I mean, if I had a couple other players in here with me, um, then this wouldn't be necessary because if anything happened, I know that I have these players as backup, backup and rescue team that could come out and gather my shit for me, or we could actually work together to build a railway. Mostly, that's what I'm really trying to figure out: is it a straight enough run that I can build a rail line all the way out there just to kind of speed things up? Because a powered rail, one, would give me the PS5 version of the trophy because I already have all the trophies in PS4. But because I updated it to PS5, as everybody recommended, now I got all these new trophies to collect, which I want, but at the same time, don't really kind of care. It's weird, right? It's kind of like you want someone to say you did a good job, but at the same time, you should have the strength of willpower to not give too many fucks for that. Yeah, I guess. So we are in Feinberg temp. Okay, double checking, making sure I've got everything I need. These are the essentials that I'm taking with me. This is so I can farm the gas. Um, I don't believe I'm going to need much of anything else, food wise or anything. I don't think I'm going to be trading with anybody either, so I won't need to. Yeah, we're going to be focused, task focused. What do you need more focus? We are excellent, and the way you're saying that, you probably shouldn't say it. Yeah, probably never even guess what movie that's from. Here we go. Oh, guess what I didn't do? I didn't build the freaking raft. You know what? Fine. I've already invested enough time trying to do this. I know that without having to go through the snow biomes, it takes me about 30 minutes on foot at a pace like this. I think I'm still in peaceful. I mean, yeah, I know. I could actually legit go ahead and just play this whole map in creative, but I do have a future vision of taking this world onto Realms eventually, or when my kids finally have the time that would get back to playing, and I wouldn't want to shortchange them on the option of gaining some trophies because they're still they still have that interest. I want them to be able to fulfill that interest. I mean, I guess we could do it on a new world too. I guess it really doesn't make a difference. It's kind of like when I play Iron Sworn or Five Torches Deep solo. If I don't like the way a roll goes, I can go ahead and I'll sacrifice a piece of gear or take a hit, a negative modifier to my next roll in favor of fudging the roll that I have. And it's actually something that I do as a dungeon master in RPGs. If my players, especially if a player is having a really bad time of it, like when we used to play D&D, not 5e or ampersand D&D. I'm talking D, letter N, D, which is Gygaxian D&D. That was a rule that we always had at our table that after the third whiff, you get to roll with a bonus. We didn't do the advantage and disadvantage because we didn't have an idea of that at the time. But basically, you got to re-roll on your third whiff, or you can sacrifice XP or gold to make the roll happen. Because at the time, XP and gold were inclusive, and won the game by gaining levels. And it was all kind of fun in its own way. I'm just trying to remember what my shortest path was. Yeah, we were off map already. Okay, well, I just put that away. I don't want to stare at that thing on my screen and give myself vertigo. So far, it's looking like this might be a pretty level path. I think past that hill, I start getting into a little bit more extreme hills terrain. But I don't know. If I'm going to build a railway all the way out here, I think I'll probably put it on. I'll probably elevate it just to keep mobs off the track. I don't know if Endermen steal rail blocks, but who's to say? Alright, I gotta stop here for a second. Give me a minute. So I'm trying to wrap up my Raid Shadow Legends dailies, um, which is ridiculous, right? Playing 3 things at once. That's my brain! My brain does that. I can deviate a little bit. I love these lodestone canvases. I wish we had this back in Java. It would have been so much easier. But, I mean, it's not going to help you if you get murked. So, yeah. Yeah, see, I'm coming up on the extreme stuff. We're making pretty good time. I think if I go that direction, and yes, of course, I can't sleep, which is why I have it in peaceful, because I think it will be 2 in-game days, actually. Now, at this point, swimming and or boating is a better choice. I think boating is faster than swimming, though. Oh, excuse me. Oh yeah, boating is way faster. And if I remember correctly, there's a lot of waterway that connects Origin to the Pineberg map. So I'm guessing we're probably going to need about 5 level 4 maps in order to truly capture the distance here. Yeah. Come on. Tickety tockety doo. I'm tired of waiting for you. back in the old D1 days and early days of Elder Scrolls Online, there was we had to keep our characters moving in certain instances or activities that we were doing, uh, and so people used to rubber band their control sticks together, which resulted in the character basically running around in a circle. And then Bungie got clever, got wise to that tactic, and set a trigger in the algorithm to watch for grossly repetitive movement. And yeah, it's too much fun. Don't want to have too much fun. For shame. All right, we're going to be done with that. Coming up on land. You know, one of the things I've always asked for, well, two of the things I've always asked for in this game. One is to be able to make string from wool, and two, to be able to hold a torch in your hand and actually have it light up the area. You know, right? That'd be fun. I mean, it has the ambient light, but it doesn't actually illuminate anything. See? Nothing. I mean, wouldn't it make sense? I mean, I guess the trade-off is that the torch never burns out until it's like destroyed or broken. But still, I would definitely go with a torch or a lantern that has durability limits and have it be able to carry through a cave area or a dark area like this than, you know, the forever torch that you can plant on the ground. It's just, I don't know. They must have their reasons in the design. I mean, it's pretty well lit as it is because it's sunrise. I remember one game I played. I was bored as fuck too when I did this, where I was just like, I put it on hard mode, grabbed a bunch of food, and just started running away from this village that I was in for about a week or so's worth of actual gameplay, and just ran in one direction, and then I didn't stop for nothing except maybe to eat. Didn't go to bed, didn't like that. This is before the Phantoms, I think, even. And yeah, I just ran and ran and ran until eventually I got cornered by a bunch of zombies and a skeleton, and that was the end of that adventure. I don't know how far I got, but it was a while. It was definitely a while. But vibrant lighting is actually pretty nice. We have got a ways to go. Origin is at negative 537 on the X coordinates, so yeah, it's going to be a while. If I remember correctly, the trip back to 2 in-game days, and that was nonstop, no stopping for anything. Man, there's a lot of rain. Normally you can clear it up by sleeping through it, but like I said, I didn't want to bring a bed because I didn't want to. The whole point of doing the way I'm doing this is so that I can fast travel back to Pineberg by taking a dip in the lava, making sure that I take my armor off, putting it into the chest before I do that. And I'm hoping ender chests still function the same way. What the heck? Okay. Uh, Thank you. Wow, that took more time than it needed to. I don't know why it did that. And we are picking up some lag, which is most of the frame rates because I can tell by the coordinate speed that we're still going pretty okay. Come on. Yeah, I can't really make out the coastline too well. I don't remember. I think that's the peninsula up there. That might be the peninsula up there. Because I remember going back, I was able to stay on the water for quite a lot of the distance. Christmas. I don't know. If I was a day trader, I'd be excited, but I'm not. And so I'm not. I'll check that in a minute. Oh, cool. We're getting a speed boost from dolphins. That's nice. Well, about time the rain stopped. Now I can actually see my coastline a little bit better. Yeah. Okay, so now I don't imagine that I'll be coming back through here again. Um, but we could take some time and break through all this. I think I have enough pick to do so, and I could always use the stone elsewhere. We just need a three block wide area. That's all we want. Yeah, I don't. With as much waterway as be building a rail system out here, that might not be in the mix. And hopefully, there's a way to get gas to go a little bit faster. Once I get to, I can make an elytra by farming phantoms, which would be easy enough to do at this point. And then I can do the whole Rocket Man motion, Rocket Man thing. So that's always a possibility. I don't know why I jumped. I did not actually hit my jump button there. Okay, whatever. And this should help me get through here. Oh, that's why I jumped. I created a spot. Okay, so now I think what I'll probably end up doing is on my next journey out here, I think I'm going to bring along some lanterns and some blocks. And I'm going to make some buoys. I think that's what I'm going to do. Just to help me make some waypoint, make some like visual waypoints. Um, that was also part of the reason why I wanted to map this whole journey, which I did not bring enough maps to do so. Uh, I didn't bring any maps to do so. I wanted to map the whole journey because I wanted to be able to take a look at it and see what is actually the best path to make through. So more of a cartography mini game kind of thing, which is actually something I really like doing in this game. Like I said, pathfinding in Minecraft is not difficult, um, but I think what I might do actually is make a creative copy because flying is faster than anything else in creative mode, and just do a really quick uh, flyover with a bunch of level 4 maps to just kind of see what areas have the best path. Because ultimately, even if I have to go 2 or 3 chunks off of this path that I am to be in the water, that's still going to be faster than hopping up and down blocks. And especially when I take this, eventually we'll take this map to realms. Uh, I'm going to want to put it in normal mode, so that's going to be not only is that going to be expensive in time, but it's also going to cost a lot of food and stuff. And it just makes world traveling a bit more of a chore than it needs to be. See, there's the ice flow. Yeah. So I know that this is the waterway that we travel for the rest of the distance. So yeah, setting up a rail line along that path would be fast. And then that's the glacier. I think it might be kind of neat to build a little village out there, get some villagers on it. That'd be kind of fun, I think. See if I have enough time. It's almost 4:30. I want to be done with this by 5. I want to at least be near the nether by 5. So I think I've already spent like, what is it, 40 minutes? Yeah, because I had to stop to build this boat. Not to mention, I also spent about good 10 minutes trying to fly here by gas, and that was just not going to work. The gas really is just a novelty thing. It's not going to improve our state of play much, I don't feel, until we figure out how to make them go faster. uh, I don't know. I always thought they were fast enough in the nether. I've never been able to run away from one fast enough. Okay. We are about 1,200 blocks away from destination. I wish there was a way to annotate that with the actual coordinates to this that it connects to. I'm sure on PC you could find out where that is with all the data. Oh, cool. We got dolphin. That's the other reason too, is that on the waterways you have a higher chances of picking up dolphin assistance, so make you go faster. I don't know by how much, but I'm sure it's more than what I would. Woo, veered off there for a second. And it's nighttime again. But like I said, it takes 2 in-game days to get there. Just imagine how long it took when I hiked it all the way on foot the first time, all the way out to Pineberg. And just randomly exploring too. See, that's a landmark right there. So yeah, I think the next time I come out to the end, I mean to the Blaze Farm, to Origin, I think I will probably bring along a lot of lanterns and fence posts and blocks, and just I'm gonna probably have to farm up a bunch of lily pads too, and just create those buoys. I mean, the water is pretty clear, so but this is like deep ocean here, so here we go. I'm starting to get close to. There it is. Home away from home. That didn't take much time at all, really. Feels like I slowed down though. Weird. I don't know what I just saw doing whatever. Gotta be an easier way to do the boat thing too. Actually, let's see what we got going on in here. Nothing there. Alright, we got a few items in here. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna go ahead and leave this all behind. that. Everything else I'm taking in with me. All right, that's going to do it for today, kids. We'll be back later. And till then, be nice and play well.